Hey y'all, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hey Shocker King Black, how you doing? Hey Castro, good morning, love. How you doing? Hey Angie C. Thank y'all so much for joining me on this morning, honey. I want to multitask. I figure I'd come on here. Well, I am marinating the last of this meat. Because of course we're gonna have a cookout today. Okay. Anytime people can get a day off from work, honey, you don't have to be celebrating the fourth, but you do have to be celebrating each other. And I hope that's what you guys are going to do today. So anyway, I'm trying to multitask, but y'all let me know if y'all can hear me or not, right? And please hit the like button, share the video, right? So of course I've been, slinking around in the clouds above, honey, looking at things, right? So I just want to give my little commentary on some of the things that I have noticed. One of the first things before we get into it, you cooked for 8 hours yesterday just to get rid Castro, child, Castro. Lord, I peeled so many potatoes for potato salad yesterday, Castro. Lord have mercy. And so I know what you mean, okay? I'm down to I can't stand for and it's my thing, but I can't stand for meat to be thawed out overnight. And I know it's okay to marinate it, but I have to do it the morning of, if that makes sense, because I'm paranoid about salmonella, child. I don't like that stuff, right? So anyway, I know how you feel, child. I know how you feel. And so anyway, let me tell you this up front, right? Hey, Sigmac TV, good morning, honey, good morning, happy Friday, TGIF, child, TGIF, right? And so listen, this is the first thing I want to talk about, right? So we know all that drama was going on yesterday, and we're going to talk about that. But first, I want to say this, right? Have you guys noticed that because of I don't know if it's a thirst for new content or a thirst for what people find entertaining. I don't know if it's a case of the mammies. I don't know if it's a case of the pick me's. I don't know if it's a case of folks, going like being like leaves in winter, going where the wind blows. I don't know what it is, right? But there's been a flip in the beefing sector. Okay, um, I've noticed for the last, I guess, couple of months, building up, this sector has went from a female dominated content creation sector. Hey, room shaker, female and gay dominated. I will say male gay dominated. Content creation sector to Hey Ladybug, to pretty much these trolls that have dominated the sector right now, right? So I think it really got started with the whole lemon phenomenon, right? Got started with the whole lemon phenomenon, and really even before that, kind of because a lot of the ladies, ushered in these guys and introduced them to the sector, and as men do, if you will allow them to dominate, they will. It's what they do, right? It's just human nature to them. They want to win, right? So you got people like but like I said, the sector has flipped in my opinion, right? Now, instead of people being entertained by mostly the gay and the gay male and female content creators, they're entertained by these corny dudes that are not even originally from the sector, right? And that's because a lot of the mammies and pick me's, and maybe if even if you ain't a mammy and pick me, maybe you just think that this commentary, is of your liking. Maybe you think it's more drama filled, and so they've kind of flocked to these channels like the Binary Channel and uh uh these now the Envy Channel and things of that nature, right? But that wouldn't be on the course limit, and it wouldn't be so if the female subscribers didn't will it to be so, right? In my opinion. So but I find it very interesting, you know. And so as things progress, because it ain't no going back, because clearly the women over here choose to, subscribe to and follow. the drama, of the males, right? Gay, gay, of course, and straight, right? But it's not so much shocking to me about the guys that have already been over here, like the Jay Wilsons or the what is the ODSs or the Jay Wilson ODS, people of that nature, right? Who else we got? King Roman News. Let's par for the course. It is what it is, right? And so I'm not surprised about that because it's always been Treasure Lane. It's always been that way, right? But these new characters coming in here, are pretty much dominating the content, right? That is due to the women. Take not Byron. We ain't got to him yet. Take Lemon for instance, right? So I think that because of Lemon's popularity, and there had been before, like the whole thing that's going on with this binary code guy. He came in last year, last summer, I guess, when he was off work for everything, stirred up a whole lot of trouble. Him and that NV guy or NBK or whatever his name is, stirred up some trouble, and then it kind of died down, and then they went away, right? And so, of course, he's back stirring up trouble again, getting his whole life this year, right? So that's cool, right? I mean, it's not cool, but that's what's going on. But it's a little different this year, right? We're going to talk about it. But this year, we got a whole lot of different play runners going on, right? And that is because of Lemon, in my opinion, right? The way that these women embrace that dead fruit by the name of Lemon over there, and the way that he popularized some of these very corny guys like the Restos and the Binaries and even Brianna last year couldn't make get Binary as much attention as he's getting this year, right? Because like I said, there's been a flip, there's been a shift, as it comes to who most of these women want to listen to in the sector right now, right? And so like I said, we had that, that issue with him last year, and he went away, and all of this and all of that, But this year, you got even more of these so-called straight males popular. Like I said, the cornery binary guy, the resto guy, the who else is it? The envy guy, I guess, and that other guy. I can't think of his name, but it's another one, right? That's pretty popular right now. And so, and the reason for that is the main reason for that. The reason why, in my opinion, that they're getting so much shine this year is because Pizarro, Hey TT Speaks, has jumped on board, right? So last year, of course, they was using Brianna, and then the Shakims, I ain't forget about him, the Shakims, has, I mean, Brianna, they was coming in through the Brianna portal, right, last year. Because y'all remember when Brianna said nobody don't get in the sector unless they come through her? Okay, last year. So it's that way Pizarro realized that, hey, I need to play ball. I need to get on board. I need to, start fooling with these guys, because now she may be stupid and she may be dumb, right? But if it's one thing she know, it's the beef sector, right? She know, and because she is elite, she know how to roll with the punches, baby, right? So she knows she had to change from, I don't want no men on my panel. I really don't want to fool with none of these men to kind of, banding together with them, right? And choosing to, big up them in order to go out, in order to go against them. And because that's what, these female subscribers are wanting. And if she's going to continue getting what she needs to get, because she grimy out of the sector, she's going to have to play ball, right? And so she does do that right. She does do this YouTube thing right. And you can't take that away from her, right? She rolled with the punches, baby. And she realizes it's all about the content, right? Which pretty much it is, but to the point, and I understand it being all about the content, but to the point to where you let these men dominate you and flip you and make you look like a fool, that is too much in my opinion, right? And it's not only Pizarro, it's people take like the especially when it comes to making Lemon popular, right? Because he's the new portal, right? He's the new guy around here, from what I understand, right? It's all thing Lemon all the time. If you ain't talking about him, child, ain't nobody want to hear it, right? Evidently, right? So, uh, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. And shoot, I really lost my train of thought for real. Y'all to come back to me. But anyway, there really has been a flip around here, right? That coupled with the fact that you had the flagging wars going on. They flagged, I guess, Ness's channel down and whoever else's channel down. So it really left nothing. It really left, these guys with an opening space, right? To just do what they do, right? And so when it comes to the lemon situation, I know what I was gonna say. It's not only Pizarro that realized she had to get on board and start playing ball with this fool. It's people like YouTube cameras, right? A lot of us, listen to YouTube cameras in the morning. And most of her commentary is lemon dominated commentary to the point to where it gets on my nerves because I get tired of hearing about lemon. I don't want to talk about that dried up fruit all the time. Okay, that dried up fruit cake all the time, right? So that's her main, thing. She loves to talk about lemon ad nauseum, blah blah blah. It's all things lemon all the time. I'm like, girl, get over it. You ain't got nothing else to talk about. My God, But because of females like that, you know, these guys have been able to, like I said, do a flip. A flip has been done, right? That's just the be all end all, right? A perfect example is the fact that the binary guy was allowed to come in and kind of flip her chat, right? So you see more people over there with his born ass than you do with what is her name with YouTube cameras in the morning as far as the morning shows go, right? But part of the reason for that is, if I can do it on a side note, is for the fact that when Sassy came back, Sassy did not appear on that panel again, right? And so the other day I heard King Roman News talking about the real tea, the real drama is why Sassy and YouTube cameras didn't link up together again, right? Which is the real tea. And I just figured that it really ain't no tea. I just figured that YouTube cameras start feeling away, uh, that people was liking Sassy co-hosting on her channel. And so it made her feel jealous. And so when Sassy came out for, was it Lent or whatever, she didn't invite, she didn't call Sassy, hey food junkie, how you doing, love? She didn't call Sassy to, come back over there, right? And so I don't think it's no drama. I think that it's just Sassy can read between the lines. And Sassy know as well as I do that she felt a way about people liking Sassy co-hosting, and she didn't like that, right? She was jealous of that for whatever reason, right? But like I said, it really is all thing lemon all the time over there anyway. I was listening to her yesterday. She was talking about something non-lemon related, which was the Kim Nola Sonny situation. What's going on with Sonny, that young lady? And I was like, oh my God, that was absolutely disturbing to me. But of course, y'all know I don't be getting around to these other sectors, so I really don't know. But from what I heard, I was like, oh my God, that is horrible, right? But like I said, because of people like her, it's all thing lemons all the time, right? And not only lemon, now you got the binaries and the envies and whoever else want to step in, right? That's why you got so many of the men like the ghettos and the ghettos and the, what is his name? The one that's married, Malik's, seemingly coming to the defense of binary and all of this and all that. And then they saying ghetto done teamed up with Diva Tomboyish to get back at Binary, and said that Diva Tomboyish, that she was the reason why Ghetto's job was taken away from him, and blah 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 and blah blah blah. And I told y'all please hit the like button, okay? Please share the video, right? So all of this is just playing into the drama. So let me get back to the title. But like I said, I do believe the sector has been flipped, and it's because the reason why it was allowed to be flipped is because the women over here allowed it, right? The women over here allowed it to be flipped. Now, the men over here, the predominantly gay men over here that have been over here forever, all they have to do is sit back and watch. They really didn't have to do nothing at all. You know what I mean? Because there are far more female subscribers over here. And if the female subscribers are going to start favoring the men more, that's how it's going to be, right? You're going to go with the flow. It just is what it is, right? So anyway, and let me get back. Let me get to my title. Right, y'all. Please hit the like button. Please share the video. Okay. So the title of my video, the first part of it is, and I can't see it out because y'all know I forget. I just be trying to remember. Somebody type the title of my video in there, will you? If you don't mind. The part I can see is new wine and old wine skins, right? The reason why I titled it that, before we get to this binary versus seemingly binary versus Dima Tomboyish, really is binary versus lemon, but we'll get back to that. The reason why I say new wine and old wine skins is because we've seen this, the kind of this back and forth. We're now going to involve the courts, and I'm going to sue you for defamation, and you trying to take my career, and all this stuff that Binary is talking in reference to Diva Tomboyish. We've seen that before, right? It was far more entertaining in the beef sector back in the day because it was organic and not orchestrated. When it comes to, remember the gruesome battle between V.S. and Sean Bradley, right? We remember that gruesome battle, and us OG, not OG, but our old, a lot of our old, a lot of us old B sector people remember that we've seen this type of battle before. It was more dramatic. It was very entertaining. It was gut wrenching. It was all of that, right? But it was better, right? And so, like I said, we seen it with the Sean Bradley and the VS situation, right? We done seen this for, and not only that, what is her name was involved, Babe Nation was involved, a whole lot of people were involved with this situation. We seen it before, so this ain't even nothing new. So I guess to the new people, it's something new. Maybe that's why they're entertained by it, and that's why they can't keep talking about it. But people like me, honey, I done seen it before, and it was far more entertaining the first time. This ain't nothing but a really lame D movie version of the original. Okay. Food Junkie said, not only have the older gay men are sitting back and watching the mess, we are just tired of the fake BS. That's right, Food Junkie. That's right. What I'm saying? We've seen it before. Like I said, the old beef sector people, including the old gay men, beef sector gay men, like, Food Junkie, like yourself, Treasure Lane, shoot, even Jay Wilson, all the old school people, the men that they just sitting back and watching. Because, like, why try to say anything? Just sit back and watch it. Ain't hurting y'all none at all. You know what I mean? And so, anyway, but I agree with you, Food Junkie. I agree. And so every once in a while, Sean Bradley pop out. Every once in a while, a lot of the OGs will pop out every once in a while, or every once in a while, Babe Nation will fire up a video, but the whole thing is just boring now because it's all a D-list rerun. It's not very entertaining at all. It's nonsense. Like you said, Food Junkie is fake. It's just play running. It's not organic, so we are not impressed, right? And so, like I said, for these new people, I guess they when they so sensitive, and they can't even beef. They don't even know how to beef. It's just ridiculous, But hell, it's commentary. You know what I mean? If this what the people want to talk about, then okay, all right. If this what y'all find entertaining, but like I said, that's why I called it new wine and old wine skins, because we seen it before, right? So I don't know what the other half of my video, I hope I covered whatever it is I put on the other part of my the other title I put on my video. I think it was about the women, to flip the sector, to allow the flip sector to be flipped. I hope that's what it was, because y'all didn't type my title of the video in there, so I don't know, and I hope I don't forget to talk about something, but I can't see whatever else I typed. But anyway, move right on. So the second half of the title of the video is Binary versus Lemon, and not really Diva Tomboyish, right? See, what's really going on here, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, right? When you get people like Binary into the sector, he came in up under Lemon, right? It ain't nothing new. They come in, supposedly like they're allies of, the popular people, right? And so he came in, he was on Lemon's side, he was riding for Lemon, and he took a lot of stuff from Lemon. And all of the time he's scheming and plotting to get Lemon's crowd over to him, right? So he's sitting there, he taking the verbal abuse, because when Lemon get drunk, he gets verbally abusive and all of this and all of that. I heard him do a video talking about freedom. I guess he wanted to last until this, hey, bro, till this so-called talent show was over or whatever. Y'all know I'll be back and forth, right? It's a D-list version of, right, a remake. Right. You right about that, Food Junkie. I agree, it's not very good because we done seen it before. We done heard it all before, right? I'm like, ooh, child, that's just really ridiculous. But anyway, but these people, they are so used to lackluster commentary to where it's exciting to them, right? Even when it comes from the cornballs, it's exciting, for them, right? So anyway, I don't think he's really what he. The reason why I feel like this is really Binary versus Lemon is simply because Binary wants Lemon's popularity, right? So, but the way he has chosen to do that, the way he got his bright idea, now he couldn't figure out at first how to get all of Lemon people over there to his channel, right? So up pops Diva Tomboyish, right? So Diva Tomboyish pops up and she says she going after Binary. She really ain't got nothing against him, but he's Team Pizarro, right? Now, I don't understand how she thought that he Team Pizarro, cause he ain't nothing but just another He-Man black woman hater. Okay, so if she went after him for the wrong reason, in my opinion. You should have been going after him because he is a He-Man black woman hater. He is not Team Pizarro. Pizarro is just another gateway, just like Lemon was a gateway. Pizarro is a gateway, right? And it's the same old thing. Like I said, we done seen it all before, right? So he wants, what Lemon has, right? He wants Lemon's people, over there in his chat. He wants all the admiration from the mammies and the pick-me's and the protection that Lemon gets on his channel. He wants all of that, right? And so, but Enter Diva, now he was trying to hold his own, right? With just the him and Lemon back and forth, right? So in walks Diva Tomboyish, and she says she gonna dox him. She gonna make him lose his job. She done put out some old content that's been out forever, a clip of some content that's been out forever. And then, for what I'm understanding, she gave some demands to him and was charging like a couple of dollars. You got to send $1 to Jay Wilson and say something, and you got to do this, that, and the whole thing. But I'm like, oh, okay. But all of that, right? So anyway, he was on there. Fast forward to him on there yesterday. Oh, I followed the demands of what Diva Tomboy said I had to do in order for my job not to be in jeopardy. And they done called my old co-workers and all of this and all that. I mean, he did a whole soliloquy over there yesterday, right? Talking slow, talking to himself. Oh, be careful, Binary. Trust the process and all of this and all of that. I was like, gag, okay? I was like, gag, because this Negro is not scared, okay? But anyway, because of that, you had, everybody was talking about, pretty much a lot of people were taking his side. Oh, the mammies and the pygmies. Oh, we feel so sorry for him. How could you do him that way? And then you had, now what I didn't understand is, and maybe y'all could tell me, is why would somebody like what's his name, Malik, get involved, try to pay money to what is her name, to Diva Tomboyish for Binary, which is another man. Well, it had to be for clout, right, or relevance or something, because they done doxed him. And from what I understand, he ain't got no money that he can afford to be paying nobody on the behalf of nobody for nothing, right? From what I understand. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay. Is he doing this for attention? Like, I'm trying to make it make sense. Okay, so why would he, intervene into anything and it ain't got nothing to do with him, right? And so I guess money was exchanged, or was supposed to have been exchanged. And I heard that the ghetto guy was supposed to give some money, but he didn't give the money. And then the binary came back and talked about the ghetto real bad, and then he gave the money, and I guess he still don't like the ghetto. Child, it was a hot mess. These grown men acting like this, right? So if this man is this binary guy is really going through all of this, what the hell do y'all other grown men have to do with it? Why do y'all have to pay her anything instead of him, and she going after him? I'm like, I don't. Did I miss something in the process? Like, I'm confused, right? And so everybody's going along with it. Um, like I said, a lot of the mammies and pick me's were trying to defend the binary guy over some old nonsense, because every time he come back over here, or every time I guess this whole thing about this video has been going on for years, right? And so y'all letting him play in y'all face about some old news, right? And like I said, he's really not afraid of anything that Diva Tomboy says that she can do to him, right? This is content. This is for sympathy, and more, not even just payola, but sympathy, right? And it's also because of, if you're paying attention, it's because he wants to, what Lemon's got over there, all that support and the Lemonettes and all of this and all of that. That's what he wants on his channel, right? He wants to be accepted, right? So when it comes to somebody like Binary and Lemon, it is, and then like I just and Diva, by the way, Diva gave him the fuel, gave him the idea, because he knew eventually somebody was gonna come up with that old bull crap about that video that he made years ago, right? And if he was so afraid of anybody doing anything derogatory towards his career, because of that video, the video wouldn't even be on a $500 tier. The video wouldn't be online anymore. That's just the bottom line. Okay, like I'm like, really, y'all? Y'all really going for this crap? You know what I mean? If it's so damning to his reputation, so disastrous to his reputation, why is the video still online? Why is it at a $500 tier? Why is you know, why is it online? It's just ridiculous, right? If you so scared of this video, he's not afraid of that video, a clip of that video of anything else, because that's been out forever. He's dealt with that. He's clearly dealt with that, with his co-workers and his whoever else. On his video today, he kept hollering, uh, licensing board and Arizona public school system. This is what they doing to us. They trying to defame our character, and it took you 150 years to build up your rep. I said, I ain't here to tell you about this shit. The child, he was talking slow and corny as hell. The verbiage. I said, baby, they is really going for this crap, right? But like, he over there, he getting the views, he getting the clicks, he getting attention, right? He's feeling accepted, right? So let me tell you, let me go down a different path here, right? There's a reason for all of this, right? Like I said, if the binary was really, concerned about his job, his what he say, his 6-figure job, being taken, or his reputation of not only him, but the school system and the licensing board, you know what I mean? If he was really afraid of any of that, he wouldn't be talking about it, right? Honey, they've done it before he even got, hey Saida, before he even got to this sector, he fought this battle, right? And he ain't got no new job. It's the same job, clearly, right? So he got his ducks in a row, right? He just playing with y'all. Okay, because year after year, the same thing come that people trying to take him down about the same little lame ass video year after year. Okay, and that's how he get his life, because he is a self. He say he a troll. So you got troll versus troll. But the troll that he's really against is not even Diva Tomboys, because he ain't worried about her, honey. He worried about Lemon. That's his true target. He wants to take Lemon's people, the Lemonettes, the Lemoners, and whoever else is willing to, pay attention to him. That's his ultimate goal. In case y'all ain't paying attention, he ain't worried about Diva or nothing Diva say, not for real. Okay, this is just content for him. He was over there sounding so pitiful yesterday, blah, blah, blah. I seen some of Lady Snoop's panel yesterday. Lady Snoop was calling him out on the effery. And then people got up there. Some people were defending him. Some people, I don't know why Ness got up there and the part, but it ended up being about her, Cause she was like, he done offended me too. He done messed with me too. And he done, I don't know what exactly, what went on between him and this, but she done bothered him too. And then they was asking her about, was she gonna come back? She said she gonna come back. She was gonna do a video yesterday. She might or she might not. She said she gonna be taking heads off, but she wanna take heads off in peace. So when it come to Ness on the side note, she wanna dog walk y'all and tell y'all she gonna spit on y'all in peace, but she don't want y'all to do nothing to her. See, that's how China got snatched the first time. That's the wrong mentality. You are not a victim. You are a play runner, just like everybody else, right? So anyway, they over there, they got that whole thing going on about that dude. He's loving there, like I see, is narcissistic, and not only is he narcissistic, he's got some kind of he wants to feel accepted, right? And I'm thinking part of the reason why Binary does this, honestly, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, Binary and Lemon, it's because for whatever reason, maybe it was childhood trauma or whatever, they want to be accepted, right? They want to feel accepted. They want to feel like they are, a part of something. They want to feel like they are actually, in control of something. You know what I mean? Because of the lack of, acceptance that happened in their real life. Probably when they were children. Take Binary, he looked funny, right? So he supposed to be mixed with what Asian and black, right? And you can tell, right? I've seen the picture, right? You can tell. But we know when it comes to that Asian community, and mixed race people, especially when they are mixed with black, they are not widely accepted, over there in that country, neither are they over here within the Asian communities. So maybe his trauma stems from that, right? He's got a lot of self hatred. So he likes to skirt the line, right? He wants some attention. He wants to feel like he's a part of something. Now it's sad that he got to feel like he got to come online and stir up trouble and so-called troll and do all this to just want to be accepted, to want to be a part of something, right? And so he already has limits people, right? So do the rest. Oh, so do the rest of them. I agree. Lemon gave them all life, envy, binary, Snoop, and the Lemonets. You know what? I agree. I agree with you, Saida. That's why I said, Saida, you came in late. But I say that the sector has flipped. This is now, a male content dominated sector. You know what I mean? So that's what I was saying at first, Saida. Absolutely. I agree. You gotta rewind it back a little bit, girl, because I had already talked about that. But yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? And so they are really sitting over there listening to him just prattle away and stuff like I'm setting up my case because I'm in emotional distress. And, he doing a pity party victim thing. These mammies and these pick me's. All he got to do is say he's in distress. Child, I heard him say this morning that he's so stressed out to the point that he ain't been eating. To the point, I'm talking about the binary guy, to where his wife, they had to buy him like a IV electrolytes or something like that. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me?" I was like, "Baby," they were saying that Binary has Pizarro on his payroll, and Lemon has Tracy on his payroll. They are using money to control all the beef sector. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, it's been a flip. A flip has occurred, right? The males are dominating the content right now. Okay, and I'm not even talking about the regulars like the Jay Wilsons and the O.D.S's and the what do you call it? That King Rome Lou. I'm not talking about them. Hey, Jill Comfort. I'm talking about these cornballs, these He-Man black woman haters as well, like the NVs and the binaries and the lemons and the whatever the hell else is going on, right? And so, but if Pizarro and Treasy have decided to play ball with them, are we really surprised? I'm not surprised at all. Could they allegedly be on the payroll? Absolutely. And look at Lolo, her ugly ass over there doing it for free. Okay, I was like, baby. But anyway, y'all made me lose my train of thought. But yeah, you got to look at, y'all know me. I look, if I hear about a thing long enough, I will start to want to realize what is actually going on, right? So what is actually, so on the surface, let me get back to it. Hey, CCNTV, how you doing, love? So on the surface, binary is doing his content, and I guess he's chosen to make this old content. He's resurrecting and keeping it alive. About, oh Lord, they're trying to take my job. They're trying to take my six-figure income, and I use YouTube to support my family in the summertime when I'm out. Now I'm thinking, oh, y'all not paying attention to this? Now, if he got a six-figure income, why the hell would he need to come on YouTube to support his family, when school is out? You know what I mean? Like, what sense does that make? Like, pay attention, people. Like, the whole thing is very insulting, right? So anyway, he over there saying stuff like that. So yesterday, he was being meek and humble because he was, terrified, and He had to follow the demands of Diva Tomboyish, and he had to do all that, right? So he did a second video. It was in the members only. I don't know if he played that old video. Like I said, honey, he ain't worried about that old video. If that old video was so damning, it wouldn't be on the internet. It wouldn't be on the $500 tour. It wouldn't be on nothing, because he done bit that video was, oh, we heard about the video stuff last year, right? So I mean, it's the same thing. I guess that's his claim to fame or whatever. I don't know, child. But anyway, if he was worried about his job or the Arizona licensing board or the Arizona public school system, you know what I mean, honey, he wouldn't be on here. Okay, give me a freaking break. Even though he's got some self hatred to the point to where he wants to be accepted, right? Even though this Resto guy, now I don't know if this guy that's actually in my chat, Lolo thinks that Lemon is attracted to her. Child, no, she don't. She been trying to buy his love. Lolo, Lolo issue is Lolo. This is how Lolo chooses to play the YouTube game, right? So if she really felt the way about anything that anybody said about her, she would have been offended back in Vegas when Lemon was making fun of her walking, all of this and all of that, right? And so the reason why she had to move, pay attention, the reason why she had to move my girl Krista out the way is because she wanted that spot, right? She wanted that attention that Krista's getting. She felt like she deserved it, and now she getting all she thinks she can deserve. If she like it, I love it. Okay, child, he was in hopes that people were thirsty enough to see the video of that they would purchase the $500 tier. Oh wow, really? You feel like, well, that's his claim to fame. Now, like I said, he is narcissistic. He got some self-harm issues going on. He likes to play fast and loose, with his own business. Because if there really would now Diva Tomboyish, if she really was about her business, she would hit him where it really hurts. The thing is, you got to find out where it really hurts. And this video and some article and all of this stuff that's been out before about him for years and years and years, honey, he done cleared that up. He ain't worried about this shit. Okay, that is just content for him, right? Because, like I said, if the video was so damaging to his career or whatever else, he wouldn't have it online nowhere. Okay, he wouldn't be making content out of it. Pay attention, people. Pay attention. Okay, child. Lolo always playing dumb. I think her having instant amnesia. Child, right, exactly. Exactly, that's what I think. That's why he kept mentioning that video was on the $500 trip. Right, you know what I mean? He thinks of that as his masterpiece. Okay, that is what got him. That is what always gets him attention. Right? So you said, "Oh snap, I forgot." Yeah, the $500 tour. Right? He was repeatedly saying. Did you hear what he's repeatedly saying this morning? Arizona State. He wants y'all to contact the school board and the Arizona State board and the licensing board and whoever else, whatever. And then it could have been a little reverse psychology. Do you see what I'm saying? But he's not worried about that sort of thing. If he was, he wouldn't be moving this way. So he's really not worried about Diva Tomboyish. Okay, he wants Lemon's relevance. He wants the attention and the acceptance that Lemon has because of his past trauma, right? Because of his childhood trauma, in my opinion, of him never being accepted. You got to come online to find acceptance. It's not him. It's Lemon too. It's a hope. The resto guy, they want to be accepted. They want to be a part of something. And it's sad that they feel like they have to come online to get that sort of thing fulfilled in them. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? It's all a game to him, right, Saida? Absolutely. Why would you put something you don't want people to really see on a member? Exactly. Exactly. We've been hearing about this one video for years. It came out last year. You know, it came out last year when he was over here because of what they did with the video. You've been doing it for evidently this video has been out for years. And then at the end, if y'all notice the video, it's supposed to be about him going around at a party. I remember, if I can remember correctly, he supposed to be a swinger at one point in time or at a swingers party, and he was going around groping women, see if they would react a certain way or something like that, he said, right? The whole thing was fictionalized. I don't believe none of it. I don't even believe, I think that when he came in years ago, he came in with that, because he was, over there with the males or whatever, right? And so he came in with that story, thinking it would make him sound like like an alpha dude, like a dude that, know how to deal with the women and, whatever the men be thinking, right? Some kind of cool dude. Hey, I'm a swinger and I'm groping these women and I'm screwing all these women. And, that sort of bravado type of thing, right? So I don't even believe none of it in the first place, right? But honey, that's his claim to fame. That's why he calling it that. That's his testimony, right? So if it is on some kind of $500 tier, honey, that is what got him noticed in the first place, right? So he loves it. I think it's a lie anyway. Like he said the other day, you gotta pay attention to his words. Everything that I do in the memberships, everything that I put on my wall or whatever, it's all a play. Like it's not real. It's all a lie, right? The man said he was a troll. So why would you take something like that as gospel? Give me a freaking break, right? Has Resto has Binary kicked you to the curb, or are you helping him in this mess? Also, he called you Selena's Selena's Yolanda. What does that even mean? Don't these men know the B sector is the LGBTQ sector, or the straight men actually down low? Well, see, here's the thing. They set out because the women opened the door, and some of the women have opened the door. They've opened the door. They flipped the sector only because of the women, right? And because most of the gay men, they're just sitting back watching. They're not saying anything because not only are these guys he-man black woman haters, they really don't like gay men either. These are the type of guys that Lemon, popularized in the sector. You see what I'm saying? So they try to play nice and try to keep it cool, but the sector has flipped, right? So as soon as they get enough momentum, you will hear all the vitriol that's really that these men really feel about y'all, right? So what will you do then? Like I'm just sitting back watching. It's entertaining. It's commentary, right? Like take for instance, let me veer to the side for a minute since you mentioned it, Saida. Yesterday, the binary was talking about a dollar cash app that he had to say send to Jay Wilson that I guess Diva Boys told him to send to Jay Wilson asking about Mark or something like that. And of course, Jay Wilson sent it back. And then he sent Jay Wilson a $50 cash app saying sorry, pretty much I was made to do this. You know what I mean? And so okay, then Jay Wilson wasn't worried about it. Jay Wilson know what the deal is. Jay Wilson done been around there forever. He done heard it all before and he done seen it all before. You know what I mean? And so Jay Wilson was like, well, for whatever reason, he sent the $50. Thank you. And I was cracking up, y'all, with Jay Wilson said, shoot, I went and got me an oil change with it. I'm getting my oil change right now. And I told him to give me a new filter. Jay Wilson don't care. Jay Wilson do not care. Okay. And so, I like Jay Wilson. He carved out his own lane. This is what Binary's saying. Kissing up to Jay. What are you kissing up to Jay Wilson for? You can't kiss up to Jay Wilson, honey. Did you? He think he's smarter than the average Vine, right? But that's cool, But that because see, one day these little tricks you playing with this little video clip of yours, Binary, and all of this stuff that you're not afraid of, honestly. And then this whole fake monologue about you gonna sue Diva Tomboyish, you gonna take her to the silver court. Child, we done seen that before. This a ugly ass, lame ass version of it, right? Binary has been moving like that. He pays the bigger CC. But okay. If he gonna pay, they gonna take it. Jay Wilson, honey, got him oil change yesterday on his dime. So okay. That's where I was saying. I'll have to see that. But anyway, so I don't even know why this guy's on my chat if it's the real guy anyway. But anyway, these guys like these restos and these binaries, like I said, and lemons, they want to be accepted. And they have to come to YouTube to feel some type of acceptance. And so I don't know. And people keep missing the point. You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is. And I guess the women, really don't, mind the males taking over the commentary or whatever, because I guess it's supposed to be more entertaining. But you got these grown men online all day ruminating more than women are. Hey, AK, how you doing? And so it is what it is, right? So, and then, in my opinion, one of the reasons why people do this so-called trolling, um, in my opinion, is because they want attention. They want acceptance, right? And they've been on here for years. Hey, Creole Butterfly. They've been on here for years, right? And it's a shame that you have to come over to this particular sector to get the attention that you have been wanting and thirsting for the attention and the clout for years and years and years. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? Then the binary code know that Diva is the number one dark troll to avoid with all costs. She is mentally crazy and stop. Well, you know what? If Diva is really, really, I mean, everybody's saying she the one to avoid and all this and all that, right? But if that's the case, how are you trying to troll him by something that he trolling you back with? Because he ain't worried about whatever it is that she called herself doing behind the scene. Honey, he got that all covered. Why do you think he was hollering this morning about the Arizona licensing board and the Arizona school system? And I don't think he knows her identity yet. That's why he's throwing out there that they done found a way to figure out cyberbullies. It's all just a threat, right? And so, because he don't know who she is for real, but she know who he is for real. But he not worried about nothing that she putting out or nobody that she can call, via his career or whatever, because he got that covered. The same content that she using, that she call it, that she thinks that's facing him, that's not facing him. That's not bothering him. That's been going on for years. He got it covered. And like I said, if he was really worried about that type of content, he wouldn't even have it online. It wouldn't still be online. It wouldn't be on his $500 tier, honey. That's just his claim to fame. Okay, that's all. He's making a mockery out of that. When he was over there this morning, laying out a case for, oh my God, emotional distress, and that's just entertainment for him, right? That's just cornball entertainment. I'm like, really talking slow. And yesterday it was, oh Lord, I can't say nothing out of line because she might come after me. But today is I'm gonna sue you. And you can call the state board basically or whatever you got to do because you cyberbullying me. Okay, now that's what's going on today. Pay attention. Okay, so yeah, so he's really not worried about nothing that she's doing or saying. Okay, Miss O is really rest. So he might have been watching you for a while, but I am surprised he's aware. I'm surprised he's aware of my channel too, because I'm an old head around here. Okay, don't nobody pay. Thank you. Uh, Creole. I talked about the wild wines and this and that. The women have given and said thank you. Thank you, Creole, because I didn't want to forget to talk about something, right? But there's one more thing I didn't put on there, but I'm gonna talk about it at the end. Saying this right, you've been here for a while. Okay, welcome. Wait, he went live this morning because wasn't he saying all this time? All this was saying it yesterday, but he got a little bit more bolder with it today. Today he inserted the lawsuit or whatever. He just using it for content, right? He used to this. Like I said, if you really want to troll him and you really want to try to destroy him or have to come after him, honey, you're gonna have to do better than this. Because all this information, honey, he ain't worried about none of this. He done took care of this years ago. So, okay. That's why he uses it for content. He ain't worried about it. Child, please just playing along with it. Like, who's really trolling who? And technically, he's really out trolling her. Do you see what I'm saying? He laughing at you, Diva. That's what he doing. He making you look like a fool in case you didn't notice, right? 10 to the 120th power. That's how many chess moves one can make. The game is afoot. I heard that's how either. I mean, it's just really like I'm like, child. So like yesterday, I was like, oh my god, let me play the victim. Let me see how many people I can convince. I can get on my side. Let me ramp it up a little bit today, because I really don't appreciate her. My ego is not going to allow me to deal with this, play this passive aggressive role for very long, right? So today he's ramping it up a little bit more, right? Now he's threatening to sue. He's building a case and blah blah blah. Oh, the Arizona school board and what the shit is lame. Don't nobody care about that shit for real. Okay, and anybody entertained by that, they goofy and they cornballs too. Cause I'm like, really? He talking slow about nothing. We seen this before. All beef sector seen this before. It was done better. The content was better. It was actually entertaining because it was organic. This right here, child, please, moving right along. He was using wordplay yesterday. He was using wordplay today too. But he's smarter than the average bear. Okay. Now see, let me tell you this too about him too, saying I'm playing the game too. Trust me, I started. His sector said on YTC Code is doing it. He's doing it for content. I mean, anybody can tell that. That ain't even rocket science. So you saying you want part of Code's play wrestle binary is strategic, and I said that he might be trying to down a put down a Rico. Oh, a Rico on the down. Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, you said now it did sound like a fake ass Diddy case. So you say he trying to make Rico and racketeering out of what Diva Ty Boyish is about the extortion demands and the payola. So I mean, really, is we really going there now? Because I really think that when it comes to this lawsuit and this extortion and all of this and all of that, that sounded a little Diddy trialish to me. You know what I mean? It sounded a little Diddy trialist to me. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, what? I'm like, girl. I'm like, boy, sit your ass down somewhere, okay? I was like, oh, it did sound a little Diddy trialish to me, okay? So he calls himself a self-proclaimed troll. And then for you I don't even realize these people that call themselves troll. Do you realize how mentally ill that is? That's actual mental illness, right? Because, like I said, here, honey, he's got his job on locked. It's okay. It's all right. Why y'all getting all upset that, oh my God, he can lose his six-figure job and he's got a family? Honey, he good. If he wasn't good, he wouldn't be on here like this. Okay, now he ain't that stupid, right? Because he thinks he's smarter than the average bird, he thinks he's got it all on lock. Okay, because this particular type of content they're trying to blackmail him on or whatever he said they was trying to do. Child, that's been done before. It was done way before it got over here. So why would he be upset? It's been done before. Like it ain't nothing new. Like I'm confused. It's just a different person doing the same old thing to him year after year. And why people keep going for it year after year, I don't know. Maybe because it's new to people in the beef sector, but baby, child, whew, I knew he wasn't folding on that live following her demands. He was too calculated, right, with it. And it absolutely doesn't fit his character. His ego won't allow him to fold to another self-proclaimed troll. That don't even sound right. Okay. Right, it's not new to us, right? When he came back up there saying that he accept it was a convincing child. He said he loves to be a trolling irritant. I mean, I think that's his personality. You know what I mean? I think that part of that is his personality. You know, and so yeah, it's not new to us. You right, AK chat. And it was done better before. Okay, I'm like, oh my god, like really? At least it was entertaining. Like, donations, donations, gifts, gifts, gifts. He's a true boy. I mean, if he get a little extra change out of it, why not do it? That's part of him feeling accepted. That's part of him feeling like he's a part of something. Him and the restos and the lemons and all of them. They want to be counted. But if you want to be counted, honey, be counted in your real life, okay? Let that childhood trauma go and be counted in your real life, okay? Take the resto guy, for instance, when he was in here. If he actually is living over there, and you had to go to Korea, you left Atlanta, the United States of America, to go to meet you a mail order bride for what? Because you felt like you wasn't, you couldn't hang over here in the States, or, you always been, like considered a nerd or something, and you want to go somewhere where you thought you were going to be loved. I mean, like what? What is the psychology behind that? I just want to know the psychology behind it, because see, they playing games with some of y'all, but they ain't playing. I can see behind, what's really going on. Acceptance is what's really going on. Honestly, childhood trauma is what's going on. Okay. He need not to talk about black women in a bad light anymore. I'm just saying, let me go get some. Let me go get some grape salad. I mean, they all he-man black woman haters because they hate themselves. You know, Maybe it was some girl in high school. These weird men, they something else, right? They really are something else. Miss Juicy News, good morning. They really are. They he-man black woman haters because they hate themselves. Okay, you got to think about it. But let me tell you something. It is not the black women that they need to be upset with. I told you it's because of black male fragility. Y'all please hit the like button. Y'all please hit the like button. That's the reason why they move like this. But up over here, they want acceptance. They want YouTube clap. They've got all the equipment. They've been online for years and all of this and all of that. They've never gotten a type of attention that they get over here between in a sector in which they hate the women, right? Because that's how the mammies and pick-me's move. Even though you know that they don't like your ass, okay, black woman, you still gonna accept them. You still gonna try to coddle them, right? And because they want clout and acceptance, okay, they pitch their tent over here. Okay. Now, see, when it comes to the gay men that's already over here, that's been here, all they have to do is sit back and watch. Okay, because I mean, y'all still giving them, attention and payola and everything. I seen a something going down my thing about O.D.S. He said he got so many cash apps the other day that he couldn't receive no more on the cash app. Okay. So they ain't losing nothing. People like KRN and O.D.S., Jay Wilson, they ain't losing nothing. You know what I mean? They still men at the end of the day. And you still got the mammies and pygmies. And they just sharing their time now with the lemons and the binaries and the NVs and I guess the restos and the whoever else, right? Because the sector, like I said, has flipped. And it's flipped because the women wanted it to flip. Okay? Now that's really what's going on. But like I said, as far I just sit back and watch these men move around extremely weird, the weird obsession over lemon. And see, they're really not that what they're when it comes to lemon, they're not necessarily obsessed with lemon. They're obsessed with his alleged YouTube success, right? They can't understand how he managed to get so much support from these lemonettes and these lemoners and all of this and all of that, right? It's because he even started out using a black woman. And he is a he-man black woman hater as well. Why do you think he talked to him like that, right? Now, if he was in real life talking to some of these women and some of these men, the way that he does, somebody would slap the holy ish out of him. Shut up, B. Shut up, B. He talked real hard online, right? You talk real hard online, but he looked like when he went to Vegas and we saw that picture of him. I'll never forget that picture out of my mind of him sitting on that bench eating pizza, looking like a whole big fat Stay Puft marshmallow with hips, ass, and all. If you was in real life, you would not get this kind of acceptance because somebody would slap the taste out of your mouth using that tone that you use with them. It is only online is where he can feel, superior and be verbally abusive to men and women. It is only online. It is only online with somebody like a Binary or a Resto or MV can get this type of relevance, can this get this type of attention, paid to them. That is really what's going on if y'all pay attention. Okay. Resto gave, I mean, of course, why would he not? Because then y'all just say they like to pay to get in these spaces, these female dominated spaces. So he paid her upwards of $500, right? That's cool. And then now he over there with Binary, right? Or was over there because Binary took her people, you know. So, okay. Yeah, I believe he did too. Not at one time, but I can believe that he gave her upwards of $500 in donations. I can believe that. Absolutely. Now she might have said he didn't, but I can believe he did. I'm not even gonna lie. You paying to play. I can believe it, absolutely. Mm. How much money did Binary give out? How much money did the MBK dude give out? How much money do these people give out? Okay. Lord Lemon acting up last night. I don't even look at his channel over there. I refuse. My 19-year-old son acts more mature than these. I mean, because maybe your 19-year-old son is not needy. He don't have the childhood trauma of feeling not accepted in certain spaces. Do you see what I'm saying? I bet you are online because you bored in a whole other country. Okay, well, half the people don't like you anyway. You could have been not liked over here in your own damn country. Because they don't like your black ass over here either. Okay. But at least you would have been with your own people. But okay. Yeah. Some of them all came over here leading with a that's right. Because they had to get in where they could fit in so they know if they're gonna lead in with them dollars, folks gonna pay attention to them, especially folks like Pizarro, with her grimy ass. She all for it. Okay? Now when it took somebody like Lemon, they really didn't have to leave with their dollars over there with him, cause the state pushed Marshmallow Lemon over there, you know, he had to act like he's so all alpha male and stuff, but he really liked the boys. Okay, he likes the boys. That's why he do them the way that he do them. Okay, that's why he treats them the way that he treats them, honey, because he really likes the boys and make it so bad he hates the fact that he likes the boys. Okay, like I said, it's all about acceptance. Okay, they're a big joke to me, Jill too. I don't take none of it seriously either. Child. Uh-uh. Ma'am, I'm here for a reason. You mean you on my channel today for a reason? I don't even know why you over here, but I don't care if you like that grimy ass Pizarro or not. I really don't give a fuck. Fuck Pizarro. I don't give a fuck. What the hell y'all got going on over there? Ooh, child. Let's be fair. Ronnie Q was doing the morning show. And YTC took her people. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about how YTC is all lemon all the time. Okay, and she a mammy too. Okay, she loves to talk about the boys. She loves to big up the boys. She even loves to somebody like Grimy ass ZX in her panel. She an all-time mammy, an all-time pick me. Okay, give me a freaking break. So she the pick me of all pick me's. She got them all over there. Or even down to what's the cowboy hat guy named the Asperger's guy. What is his name? I forgot his name. I ain't seen him in a minute. Even he be over there sometime. I mean, child. Ooh, child. Mm-mm. Absolutely not, Miss Views. And then as far as the resto guy saying that he liked pizza, boy, we know you a He-Man black woman hater, just like the rest of them. Okay, child. People need to know there's a difference. Beef sector 2.0, 2.0 doesn't make you big. That's true. Mm-hmm. Resto, do you like me? Give me $500. Quit it, sir. You're a best side. No, I'm out the country for a real. I bet you are. Mm-hmm. Good for you. She's a what? Y'all ain't got my BPP. Uh, you a mess. If you want to look crazy and be my entertainment, go right ahead. I don't watch them folks. I don't either, but unfortunately, they are in places that I do watch. Right, like that resto guys over here. For whatever reason, I didn't even know that he knew my channel existed. I don't know why the hell he over here. Okay, but honey, okay, but I don't know why the hell he over here. Okay, thank God I come back on watching all these people. Maybe it's cause it's the 4th of July or something, right? Yeah. Uh-uh. Resto, chill. It's a joke because I know I don't have the numbers you like around me. I don't have the number. Duke Furrow, thank you, Creole. I don't have them type of numbers either. I don't know why the fuck he over here. Okay, he in the wrong spot. So if he want to be seen for some numbers, child, he said he love black women. Okay. But we know you're a He-Man black woman hater, okay, dude? Hey, I accept it. I accept the fact that you are a He-Man black woman hater because you hate yourself. But it is what it is. It's just my opinion. KRN, Bliss, Nika, and Miss O during the morning at first. Then Ronnie Q, YTC, and bisexual. Who is bisexual? Is it binary? Came over trying to get a child. Like I said, it's been done before. It's just a repeat. It's just a D-list repeat of the from the originals. Okay. But thank you, Miss Juicy Reviews. See, Miss Juicy Miss Juicy Reviews been around for a while. Okay. This stuff they got going on over here, this is just whatever. Okay. Yeah. I don't care about numbers. LOL. Well, welcome to the club. I don't either. Child, I end my stream when I get to bed. Is that right? Child, well, all right. But he stayed with that whole white woman. Hey, Granny Love. Why do you think I hate my skin? I don't know. It's just my opinion. You know. It's just my opinion, right? Y'all, please click the like button. Please share the video. Okay. I think that you really hate yourself and your skin. I didn't say you hate your skin. I said I think that you hate yourself. You deal with self hate, whether you want to accept it or not. But you deal with self hate simply because you hate black women. Because you hate black women, honey, you hate yourself for whatever reason. Okay. I mean no disrespect. Walk of life. I mean no disrespect. The V sector is changing in a different direction. People is not liking. So what do you say? So what do you say about Diva Tomboyish wanting binary to mentor audio is a demand is important? Is people taking any of that commentary serious? Why would you be over here asking me that type of question? This is the wrong channel to ask me that type of dumbass question. Okay? But thanks for joining, and what you should do is rewind, be part of the replay game and rewind back to the beginning of the video, and you would know what I think about all of that nonsense. Okay? Yeah, they pay to play. You have to be a bigger CC of what they deem bigger in their mind, right? Saida, like who cares? Like, why is he over here? Like, really? I see through all these clowns. Okay, I see through all the tears of all the clowns. Okay, KRM. Oh, I read that. Says sorry, I miss O. I had to. Oh, no problem. Other people can't tell me who I hate. It's just my opinion. I love everyone. You got to look out for people that say they love everybody. They love everyone, but okay. It's my life. Kind of crazy to tell me who I hate. And I guess they're not. Oh, who I hate and I love. Y'all, this dollar sign is right here for me. So when the comment is right here, I can't hardly read who I hate and love, but it's okay. Still love y'all. What isn't that special? Isn't that just all special? Okay. Um, I just got here, ma'am. So I didn't hear the beginning. Right, that's why I said you ought to be part of the replay game. Legitimate question. But you don't have to. I know, I don't, because it's my channel. Mm? But if you go back to the beginning of the video and rewind it, do the rewind thing, you'll find out the reason for the commentary that what I'm saying now. There's a reason for it. But you kind of have to follow along, and I'm not gonna just go regurgitate it. You know what I mean? But please feel free to be part of the replay gang or not. All of them came over here with creepy behavior. Absolutely, these dudes just like to get under, can't get under my skin. Though. I'm used to them. I'm used to them from the ministry, child. You know what I mean? That's why I don't pay them no attention. This grape salad is awesome. Curry on. I heard them this girl. Well, I ain't gonna have my. I love my strawberry salad, but I won't be having it today because I'm sitting up here trying to marinate my meat, child, for these folks can cook out or whatever. And so, anyway, I mean, it's just unfortunate. The whole thing is unfortunate, but it is content. And if the women want to give all their viewership to these He-Man black woman haters, then let them. They're used to doing it. It is what it is, okay? And content is so boring around here right now to where it really doesn't matter anymore anyway, because there is no B-sector content anymore. So I guess you gotta get what you can get when you can get it, child. Okay, child, exactly. Um, why you don't let strangers in your home, right? Y'all clearly didn't pay attention to sit. Okay, right, Miss Juicy Reviews. I'm thinking about making a plum sauce for my chicken. Oh, is that right? Oh, wow, that sounds very good. That sounds very good. I make my own marinade, and so that's what I got up doing. I thawed my meat out in the wee hours. I don't like it. I don't like to marinate it overnight because I'm OCD about salmonella and stuff like that, Saida. But I am marinating it now. You know what I mean? Only because it'll be on the grill in a little while. And so, yeah. And I'm finishing up my sides or whatever. All in order for somebody else to take a credit for a wonderful barbecue. Okay. What about the besides behind the scenes people that make the barbecue work? That make the cookout work? Okay, child. I'm thinking of child. And they don't know how to leave when they're not wanted. Miss Juicy, LOL. I haven't watched it. Oh, you ought to watch it. Just Comfort, child. I keep rat poison around my comfort zone. I heard that, child. Mm-mm-mm. Morning, Miss O. I noticed that you, James, Deanna, and Rick don't deal with it. Absolutely not. The Rillos, I wish they would all go away. I mean, I mean, hey, if the folks like it, the folks like it. You know what I mean? But we don't have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Whatever. So Dr. Creole freeze the grapes and some wine. And add some candy. Well, all right. That sounds delicious. But yeah, please watch Sinners, Jill. Please watch it. Absolutely, please. It is absolutely good. Okay. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to um share my analogy. Let y'all know what's really going on. All of this fake whining and crying. This guy is not scared of Diva tomboy, so nothing she putting out there, nothing she's saying. It's all been put out before to the point to where he was mocking her in her face this morning because he kept saying over and over and I mean, if you could have got $1 for every time he mentioned the Arizona School Board or the Arizona Licensing Board, child, if y'all could have got $1 for every time he mentioned those two boards right there, or every time he mentioned his six-figure career, or every time he mentioned that nonsense, if y'all could have got just $1 for that, honey, you would have fat pockets right now. Okay, you will have you some shopping money because he kept saying it over, and I think he put it in the title of his video. So so here's the thing: if he was really upset about that, or about upset about losing anything, or his career being tarnished, or the school board's career being tarnished, the 150 years it took the Arizona school system to build up his reputation. Honey, if he was worried about any of that, that is the dumbass shit to say. What the fuck do the school system's 150 years reputation have to do with anything in the damn beef sector? Do y'all see the low quality? And that people was flocked over there. They probably still over there. I don't know if he's still alive or not. But why the hell would you find some dumbass shit like that interesting in a beef sector? I mean, do we really care about his reputation, his school district's reputation, or anything? Child, right, Miss Juicy. He just uses for content, and it's boring ass content. Because it's the same content that he uses year after year. It's a crutch. Okay? And he knows some dumbass is gonna pop up with the old shit. Hence my new wine and old wine skins. Okay? So, like, if y'all can't hit him with nothing new, then you wasting your time. He'll play along with you. It's like he playing along with Diva Tomboy. It's like, you know how rats play with, how cats play with rats. You know what I mean? Diva is feeding treat. No. Well, I guess Diva and him is feeding the streets. They're both feeding the streets. But he is playing cat and mouse with her. He is the cat and she is the mouse. He is toying with her. Now, if she really is supposed to be this big bad doctor like she says she is, she will stop dealing with shit that she is old and deal with something original. Okay? So, yeah. I'm just saying. Exactly. I don't understand why all those people be over to listen to that nonsense. Oh my God, if she didn't pull this move, there would be nothing to talk about. Well, he knew eventually that somebody was going to bring it up. They brought it up last year. It's been in his sector for years. Okay, this is old news. Like I said, if it was so damaging, that video clip or whatever you keep talking about was so damaging to his career or his life, he wouldn't have it on a $500 paywall. Okay, he wouldn't have it online at all. He came online with that lie. That lie has given him attention over the years. That is his claim to fame. That is his crowning jewel, honey. That is why he got it on a $500 tier. Because that is his crowning jewel. All right? He ain't worried in no shape, form, or fashion of nothing happening derogatory to his lifestyle in any way via that freaking video. What he said was 3 hours and a half long. Child, he ain't worried about nothing coming, his life being damaged in any way as it pertains to the video that he's talking about, that they're talking about, and which my opinion in this exception was all a lie anyway. Okay, we heard about that last year. It don't even sound plausible. It don't even make sense. So I think that original lie, because he said he a troll, he said everything he do is a play. I think he told that lie trying to get in good with men. You know what I mean? And then they took it and turned on it. He wanted to sensationalize his life because he a big corny goofy mofo. That's why he told the original lie anyway. So now he's had to live with that nonsense, that lie that he told, forever. So he's gonna turn it from a negative to a positive. Okay. Right. He used to it. I'm not, I'm not a doctor and I don't support doxing in no way, shape, form, or fashion, but is she really doxing him? Because his information has really been out. That's all I'm saying. This is nothing new. She is not doxing him. She is not forming his life in any way, shape, form, or fashion with whatever information that she put on her wall. It is not happening. This is old news. Okay? This is old wine in a new wine skin. And the only reason why it's a new wine skin, because a lot of these people, this is the first time they heard about it. That's why they running to defend his stupid, corny ass. Okay? Be original. Oh my God. Stop using this as a crutch. Stop using your original lie as a crutch. Stop. Y'all need to stop falling for the okie doke. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, child. This walk a lot say, but y'all watching this is what I'm saying. I'm not watching anything. I'm watching other people talking about it. Now I did go over there this morning to see what's going on so I can do my content. Okay. But y'all watching this, it's what I'm saying. I even heard KRN said in his live he welcomes new players. Well, he can say anything he want to say. If the new player, you can't stop, new players from coming in the sector. So okay. So what? He said he welcomed new players, and what is that supposed to mean? In this space, because it creates new narratives, instead of some of beef content just being real. That's right. That's all it is. It's just play runners these days. It's just if your new content is just a narrative, it's just a storyline. People prefer lies these days as to original organic content. So okay, that makes sense. Absolutely. where he had to have a season. Yeah, he had to have a season finale. I agree. I don't watch Boo, but yeah, I done heard. We heard the same old thing that he doing this year. Child, we heard this shit last year. Child, them people are worried about that big ugly. Child, people really need to be worried about that. That's another video entirely, AK. Okay, that's what people need to be worried about. That Trump's bill that he bullied the Senate and the House to pass. Absolutely. They saying it's the largest transfer of wealth that has ever happened in this country. Absolutely. And what they say, it's our revelation. In the end times, it say it'll take a day's wage to buy a loaf of bread, and we're headed towards that. And what about that thing that they got concerning, what do they call it, alligator Alcatraz? Don't they remind you of the Nazi concentration camps, alligator Alcatraz? I'm like, oh my God, are these people serious? Yeah, but that's what people need to worry about. Yeah, people prefer lies, and just any type of altered reality to deal with the truth that's going on in this world. But at some point in time, you got to get your head about the sand and watch what's going on in the country for real. In my opinion, or not, this bill is supposed to come in effect today. But I know it just got. All he got to do is sign it. As soon as he signs it, then yeah, it's law. hmm We're getting played everywhere from the government to CC. Ain't that right, Mr. Juicy Review? As soon as he signed it, it's law. I'll pop in to see if something interesting is being discussed. And as usual, there's not nothing wrong with new people coming in. However, the people that have come in are they're very underwhelming. I agree with that. If it was entertaining, it would be one thing, but it's not. So hey, but some people find it, and clearly a lot of people find it entertaining. Now, please hit the like button if you don't mind. I really would appreciate it. So it's whatever the people want, you know. And so this is what they're wanting right now. So okay, you know, I caught while he was up there being humiliated. Boy, he's good. Who was up there being humiliated? I must have missed something. But yeah. Yeah, no, I don't agree with the doxing thing. But is it really doxing? It's not doxing because it's been out for years. Like it was doxed a long time ago. So okay, okay. Sure, you been watching. Guess what I be watching, Saida? Yeah, everybody got different interests, right, Jill? You right. Everybody. You're allowed to like a lot of different things. And if you find this entertaining, then okay. This is just simply my opinion. If you don't agree with it and you find it entertaining, then okay. But this is just my opinion. This is my point of view. I'm entitled to my opinion, even if it's not a popular opinion. It's still my opinion, and I ain't changing it. Okay. But anyway, I was trying to say, Miss Creole. I mean, Jill, I like to watch those ASMR humidifier freezer frost. How they eat that ice and they chew it up with their teeth and stuff. I'd be like, oh my God, I wish I could do that. I am obsessed with those videos with them people eating ice over there. I was like, oh my God. Child. Now I can't stand when they do the mukbangs with the food and stuff like that. But eating that humidifier, freezer frost ice, oh my God. Okay. How many people remember back in the day when it was the old refrigerators and they used to have that frost build up? And I used to take a spoon and eat the ice out of that refrigerator. Now I know that I wasn't eating up but Freon or poison, whatever that was, but I used to love to just scoop me out a whole cup of it and eat it. So nowadays they put a humidifier in a freezer and create that outery ice stuff. But child, Lord have mercy. Dr. Creole, not saying everyone, but some will want, some will want, but some will, some won't. Y'all, this lack of punctuation, it's hard for me to read it, right? But some will, some won't. But people will talk. because I find over here or any sector, just talking means the views. Just talking means views. How does topic get circulated? People beef, then make up. Well, see, that's the prop. That's the difference. Back in the day, a beef used to be organic, okay, and what nobody making up. Even to this day, people still got hard feelings against these same old people, okay. Most of the new people can't. Yeah, they can't drag. They can't roast. They can't drag. They can't take it. You know what I mean? So they go immediately to doctor. They're very sensitive. Okay, they're very sensitive people. They start crying and whining about a thing. It's just horrible. Ugh. Yeah, so they do other things. It is corny, right? We've seen this before with the newbies. Absolutely. Don't judge y'all. But I've been watching Lawn Mowing and Extractions. Is that right? Miss Juicy Reviews. She said yes on my channel. I don't be. Yeah, absolutely. You showed on Creole. I've seen you've been enjoying Netflix crafting channels. Now watching some mob stories. Now I like me some good mob stories, Jill. Me too. I have several I like. The Blessing Boys and Miss Juicy Reviews. I do commentary on the things I see within the sector. However, I don't watch it all either, Miss Saeed. Y'all know I can't watch it all, okay? I don't watch it all because it's really a group of people running the people between a select group, right? Mindless followers. It's like a whole circle. You know what I mean? Every once in a while somebody new will get tagged in or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's really just the same group of people going from spot to spot, honestly. Yes, I enjoy some mukbangs channel of this what I saw. Is that right, G? I love that ASMR ice eating channel. I love it. Oh, I like those tiny houses too, right? I don't like smacking, so I can't watch ASMR videos. Yeah, I don't like those ASMR food videos. It just really grosses me out. You know, I'm always asking this question. So how does sectors get started? People come from somewhere at first as viewers. Some will be in a chat, someone participate on panels, then become CC. I mean, it's the way it go, right? I mean, like, what's new? Me and my baby girl watched Tiny Chef. Aw, LOL, he's too cute. Beef Sector was created by organic beef. This is true. Organic beef, absolutely. I think the tiny home creators too. Jill, I was on the mob stories hard for a minute. I'm just trying to reach out. Happy Independence Day, Miss O. And the Porch Watchers. Hey, Levon, thank you. They don't beef, they just scratch, child. You got that right. Mm-mm. Anything about the mob, yeah, me too, Lynn. I love those mob stories, absolutely. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Can somebody tell me the greatest mob movies of all time? The greatest mob trilogy of all time. Can somebody feel me? Let me know what y'all think the greatest mob trilogy of all times is. Let me know what y'all think. Did I tell y'all what I think? Of course, I watch cooking channels. Those mob stories be good. What do y'all think? Or either what do y'all think I think the best mob movie in the world is, in my opinion. Can y'all answer that for me? And what do y'all think about what mob movie do y'all think is the best? Cause child, I got one for you. Yes, God. Come on, Levon. Come on, Levon. What you say? Come on, Levon. Child. Thank you, Miss Creole. Come on, Levon. Ha ha. The Godfather. Right, Miss Creole? The Godfather. Baby. Oh my God, today. Lord Jesus. I will always be a sport. But that Al Pacino, baby. Oh, I love all of them. I done seen all of them. I always be a Scarface. I done seen the Godfather. The Godfather is number one for me, Lynn. Goodfellas, great. The Godfather, number one. A Bronx Tale. Have you seen Once Upon a Time in America? The Godfather. Casino, seen that? That's right, The Godfather. Greatest My trilogy ever. Now I don't know why some people don't like The Godfather Book 3, but I do. I heard Goodfellas was the most accurate. But I wouldn't know. I mean, like I don't, I love me some the Godfather. Okay, I mean, like, oh my God, I just cannot. Oh Lord Jesus, I can watch it. I used to watch it, y'all, on TNT. I don't know if it's a TNT anymore, but around Christmas time, you'll have Gangs of New York, very good one, Saida, very good one, absolutely, absolutely, been there, done that too. Love Gangs of New York, absolutely. hmm but early Christmas, I used to wait around on purpose to watch The Godfather on Christmas Eve. hmm Girl, A Bronx Tale is my all-time favorite, right along with The Godfather. My number one, like I said, is The Godfather Book 1, 2, and 3. Next, I would have to say, oh, I've seen so many. On Max there was a De Niro did a throwback to the Godfather movies. I can't think of the name of it. I don't know if y'all seen it, but it was on HBO Max. I can't think of the name of it. It was pretty good though. It was pretty good. That uh uh what else I like? I don't know. It's just so many of them. I'm a martial arts person, so I'm into martial arts. The Godfather 3 had a lot of full circle moments. You know what I mean? And yeah, Bronx Tale is a good movie. Yeah, I like the Bronx Tale too. But for me, The Godfather Book 1, 2, or 3, absolutely, absolutely. That Sopranos prequel movie, that's really good. In my opinion, you know. But it was full circle in the Godfather 3 Levine. Because if you had been following it, then you would know um why it's a full circle moment, why things had to happen, why the daughter had to be killed, why it all goes back to every time he went into a diabetic attack, he was calling Fredo's name because you killed your brother. You know what I mean? And you waited till your mama died to kill your brother, and your brother wasn't always there in the head anyway. You know what I mean? It's just all of that. That is the one thing that he could never undo. That is the one thing that he would always, the one thing that he would always, the one body that would always follow him, and that was Fredo. And that was a full circle moment when his daughter got shot on them steps out there like that instead of him. It was supposed to be his daughter, not him. And so yeah, that was a full circle moment for me right there. Absolutely. You know, and how he gave the company over to his brother's illegitimate son, which was just like his daddy, even though. And do y'all realize that boy, I think that when the guy, what is his name, the one that he gave the company over to so he can leave the daughter alone, I think y'all remember on the Godfather Book 1 is when what is his name, I can't think of his name, anyway, when he's screwing the girl in the bathroom. I think that's his, but I think that is when he was created. I think he got that girl pregnant when he was in the bathroom screwing her, at that event when the Godfather first came on. And so, yeah, child, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. My dad got me hooked on my movies and books. I was always fascinated. The thing that fascinates me about organized crime is the family, right? The reason why I love the guy, I see the Godfather movie is a family movie, right? Like like Home Alone or something. Like, I don't know. That's the way I see it. It's a mob movie, but it really is about family. You know what I mean? And so yes, I love Once Upon a Time in America. The Untouchables, it's okay. It's all right. Are you talking about those movies? I love Robert De Niro, absolutely. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, all the greats, all the greats. I've been stuck on a series called Animal Kingdom on Netflix. I'm watching the last episode. Oh wow, he put a hit out on Fredo. Yeah, it is mother's. Yes, yes. He waited till his mama died, to kill Fredo. Yes, he did. Have you dig out your DVD, Gia? Oh yes, child. I love me the Godfather book 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Absolutely, Casino was good too. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love all the mob movies. And so anyway, y'all. I don't know how we got on this mob movie thing. But like I said, the thing that I like about the Godfather books 1, 2, and 3 is yes, it's about, organized crime. Yes, it's about mob life, but for me, it's about family, right? And so, and interestingly enough, it's kind of relevant that we're talking about this today because they were, because of the immigrant. If it wasn't for Sammy the Bull has a YouTube channel too. I know one of those one of those ex fellas got a YouTube channel. I've seen that channel. Did I did I subscribe to that channel? Because the last I seen it going down my stream because he was talking about the Diddy trial as it pertained to Rico. You know, Vito. If it wasn't for Vito, hiding on a ship to come over here because his mama didn't want him to get killed, um, there wouldn't have been, such a prolific, mob family, in the States or whatever, right? We know it's all fiction, but it was Vito's spirit that did that. And then it was a full circle moment when he went back to Corleone, Sicily, and killed the man that killed his father and his mother and his brother. The whole thing is just awesome. Like I love I like, oh my god. If y'all ain't never seen Godfather's book 1, 2, and 3, honey, please watch it. Please watch it. Okay. And there's a lot of people. There are a lot of people that haven't. But it's about family to me. What would you do for your family? What would you do to protect your family? Wrong or right or indifferent? What would you do? I've been watching Michael friend Cece's channel. Is he the one that was talking about the Diddy trial? It was one of them talking about the Diddy trial because it came down my timeline one day, and I was like, "Oh, this is a good fellow right here." Okay, and I believe I subscribed to their channel. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go try to find it again, Jill. But anyway, let me get off of here, y'all. Please hit the like button on your way out the door. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I hope that y'all enjoyed this conversation. Okay, it was very interesting to me. Yes, it's been covering. Yes, he's been. Well, maybe that's who it was. Then maybe that's who it was, Saida. I know it was one of the good fellas that had been covering the trial. Like I said, I seen it going down my timeline. I actually watched it. You know what I mean? And so yeah. But anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. And it is 12 o'clock. And thank y'all for keeping me company because I managed to get all my meat in the marinade. Thank y'all so much. Now I'm getting ready to try to just first I'm gonna sit down for 30 minutes and then I'm gonna finish, okay? And then by the time 2 o'clock rolls around, 2:30, these people ought to be back from fishing and they can go on and fry up the grill and then my work will be done. Sammy the Boogavano came down my timeline saying nobody listened to Jaguar, right? But she was correct. Oh wow, really, Levon? I forgot which movie that took some of John Gotti's life. I don't know. But for me, John Gotti, he wasn't that oh, I don't know. He wasn't old school mob to me. He was too much flash for me, so I don't know. I don't know about John Gotti. You know what I mean? Von Sammy can tell a good story from time to time. You got an early start, so oh yeah, I got an early start, Levine. I'm through. I got all my meat in the marinade now. Everything that I'm gonna marinate, and uh, I did my tater salad yesterday. I gotta do my baked beans because I didn't want them to sit overnight. I like the fresh baked beans because I put my hamburger meat and my sausage in them. So I gotta do that. They don't take but a hot second. I want to be pretty boy. I heard that, Levon. Your ribs is almost done, Jill. I know that's right, Chad. Right? And so, but I have all my part done. Like I said, when they get back. and I'll be done. All of my stuff will be done, cleaned up, and then they could just throw it on the grill. But my sides is the only side I got left to do is literally my baked beans, and I'm gonna sit down for about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna start on my baked beans, and I'll be done. You know, I'm about to make my macaroni salad and green beans. I didn't do green beans, and I didn't do macaroni salad. I did do potato salad though, and I did a sweet pea salad. And so yeah, I did a sweet pea salad, and I did and of course I did my tater salad. I didn't do a macaroni salad though. Mm. But anyway, and then I put some. I already put my well, my corn is ready. I put my ranch powder on there. All I gotta do is throw that on the grill. My cauliflower. I put my ranch on it. It's already wrapped up in lemon foil. So yeah, I done all of that. Sammy did his time and some for his son. Oh wow. Mm. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he did time for his son. Yeah, you ever heard of sweet pea salad, Jill? It's a old school recipe. Um, from the old ladies. My grandmama taught me how to fix sweet pea salad. A sweet pea salad is just over. Ain't them leftovers gonna be lit, chap? You know, honestly, it don't even be that many leftovers around here, Levon. Like honestly, this mofos is so greedy, girl. You won't believe it. They say Sammy was a snitch. But as far as the sweet pea salad, Jill goes, well, I make my sweet pea salad. You make the sweet pea salad just like you make the macaroni salad, but instead of macaroni, you using sweet peas. I'm gonna put it that way. You know, you put your, your eggs in it the same way you make your macaroni salad. This how you make your sweet pea salad, but you're using sweet peas instead of macaroni. It's just an old school recipe, paprika, just all of that. Sammy's son started doing drugs while he was in protective custody, and Sammy did his time. Oh wow, you don't really like sweet peas? Oh no, I don't add tuna. No, Do you add tuna to macaroni salad? Oh wow, I never heard that before. No, no, But anyway, thank y'all for joining me. I hope that you guys will enjoy the rest of your day, whether you're cooking out, whether just chilling or whatever you're doing. If you got the day off, honey, just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Whether you celebrate the holiday or not, child, it's still a day off, child. Okay, relax, go do something special for yourself. Okay. Sammy only snitched because John Gotti was draining the business, and in the process of sacrificing Sammy to the feds, so I gave Sammy a pass on that too. Yes, that's how you make macaroni salad. Really? Sometimes I use tuna and Sam. I've never heard of it being done that way, Jill. It sounds good though. It sounds good. Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna have to try that one day. The tuna and the macaroni salad. I've never thought of combining the two. Honestly. Hmm. Okay. But anyway, I gotta go. Yeah, yeah, it sounds like it, Jill. I like tuna, salmon, macaroni. I can see it being in a macaroni salad, absolutely. Yeah. You have a recipe on my channel. Oh, okay, Jill. But I can see that though. I can see that. I sure can. Mm-hmm. You have a blessed day too. And anyway, like I said, I'm getting off of y'all. I thank you guys so much for joining me. If you hit the like button on your way out the door, please and thank you. If you haven't, please do. Um, yeah, it sounds good, right, Levon? I love you guys in the way that Christ loves you guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, okay? Bye bye. Peace.